Nobody cares. Nobody's watching. Come on, let's be real. All right.
Dotson, I got Dotson over here. No one cares.
See? No one cares. Oh, God, that's a great movie. All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome to another special edition of Milwaukee Beer Review. As always, I'm Josh.
And I'm Ross.
And tonight we have got a little Oktoberfest special for you. So we did something similar last year. We grabbed a bunch of local breweries here in the state of Wisconsin, and we tried all their Oktoberfests, kind of compared them, kind of gave our opinions on which one we thought was the best. We're going to do the same thing here again this year, but a whole bunch of new flagship breweries that we're going to try in this year's video.
Yeah, so a bunch of Wisconsin breweries again, a little over the place, kind of mixed up the area. Actually, not really. We're actually kind of close to each other, I think about. But kind of excited. Oktoberfest beers are some of our favorite beers. We look forward to this season every year, so excited to dive into these.
It's like the intro to the best beer season.
Exactly.
That
It's the warm-up.
It's the warm-up, exactly. So, all right, well, let's dive right in. Yeah. The first brewery we've got is a little brewery. It's new this year, actually, called
new
Amorphic.
Brewery. They're making their debut on our channel today. So this is Amorphic Brewing, which is a new brewery up in the River West area in Milwaukee. And I'm going to butcher this. We believe it is Reichenfest.
Well done. Reichenfest, I think.
Something like that.
Someone who speaks German, let us know.
Yeah, well, yeah. There's a
we're
little.
probably wrong.
Yeah. Excited to have
Amber will let us know.
Exactly.
She will let us know.
We've had a couple things from Amorphic. You and I just on the side, we've been there. A great place. If you guys haven't been there, honestly, definitely check it out. It's a really cool place.
Yeah. This is what they are calling a Czech-inspired
Okay.
Oktoberfest beer. So I don't know what that means exactly.
Maybe the hops or something used or
Yeah.
the style, but
yeah, let's get a little nose on this first one and see what we think. Color,
very traditional.
Very traditional.
Yeah, what you would expect.
dark,
That dark
malty.
amber, yeah.
Yep.
So.
Little nose on it. Ooh, a little hoppier than I was expecting.
Yeah, it's the first thing I picked up.
Normally with these you get that malt character
Yeah.
right on the nose, a little sweet.
Like coffee or not coffee.
It's like
coffee
caramel,
or
toffee.
Caramel,
yeah. Definitely hops is what
Kind
I'm
of
getting on
reminds
the
me
nose.
of Ale Asylum's version of their Oktoberfest. They had that little hoppy flavor to it. So
Pour one out for them.
yeah.
Let's give this thing a shot.
Cheers.
Cheers. Ooh. Ooh. Non-traditional.
It's the color is actually almost like somewhat throws you off because you're expecting a traditional, and it's got much more of almost a pale ale.
Yeah, I think the palate on this it's a lot more bitter than a traditional Oktoberfest. You definitely get that hop character right up the front, right on the front of the beer. But it does, the malt characters do come in, and it finishes more like a traditional Oktoberfest, but that hop bitterness never really leaves, which makes it very non-traditional.
Agreed. Yeah, I think you hit the nail on the head right there. I think it's a good beer. I do enjoy it.
I like this a lot, actually.
I do. I just wish I wouldn't call it an Oktoberfest.
Yeah, sure.
It throws me off a little bit. But no, it's really good.
It's a really good beer,
Yeah.
not a traditional Oktoberfest, though. Yeah.
All right.
Which it's Czech-inspired, so.
I have to look into that because I have
We'll
no
look into
idea.
that.
Yeah.
We should have done that before we started talking to all of you.
All right. So what do we got next?
Up next, we have our friends from Eau Claire in the Brewing Project. So this is what they are calling Wiscontoberfest. So their iteration of a traditional Oktoberfest beer. So let's get a little nose on this one. A little lighter in color than the first one.
Still traditional,
Yeah.
but it's lighter.
Still traditional looking. Little nose. That one smells more like a traditional Oktoberfest.
Just malt, a little bit of caramel.
Really no hop character at all on the nose.
Yeah, I do like the Brewing Project. One of those breweries like them, Eagle Park, that like they put like all like the ingredients they use. And it's just the basic beer ingredients in the back of this one.
Yep.
I just think it's funny how they.
German purity law. All right, well, let's give it a shot.
All right, cheers.
Cheers.
So closer to the traditional style that I would expect. Nice sweetness towards the back end. Not a lot of malt. I mean, you get the maltiness, but it's not like a heavy malt that I sometimes expect with Oktoberfest. That sweetness, though, at the end is very good. I really like that at the end.
It's light.
Yeah.
It's actually a lot lighter than I was expecting. I do like more of that malt character to be in an Oktoberfest. I want that sweetness, that dark malt character to this. And it's not there. It feels weak to me.
That's fair.
Not that it's bad, it's a bit weak for an Oktoberfest from what I would prefer.
I don't disagree. It's tasty, it's light. I think to your point, I think it's gonna be a great kind of like. One thing about Oktoberfest is it's kind of meant to be consumed in liters, kind of a lot of. It's not supposed to be heavy and filling everything. Not that even the heavy ones are, but this one's very light. Would make for a good sipping beer for a full day if you want to.
Yeah, for sure. Tasty.
Are we ranking as we go? Or?
I would rank as we go. I think this is better than the Reichenfest when it comes to a traditional Oktoberfest. But if I had to choose one of these two beers to drink, so far I'd choose the Reichenfest.
I agree. Everything you just said, and I don't feel like trying to say that word again.
All right.
So
good.
Cool.
Up next.
So moving on, we got Lion's Tail's version of their Oktoberfest, simply called Oktoberfest. So Lion's Tail is up in Neenah, Wisconsin, where they are opening a new location, we believe, towards the end of October in Tosa. Really excited about that.
Very
Seen some
excited.
pictures so far. Cannot wait for that space. It's a really unique space. It used to be a landscaping company. But so it's a kind of an odd space, kind of oddly shaped. I think they're going to do some really cool things with it, though.
Nice.
So
Get a little nose on it. And if you look at the color, significantly lighter than the first two. This looks more like, almost like a...
This is what, like a pale ale
or a Weiss
yeah.
beer, a wheat beer.
Yeah.
Definitely lighter. Nose.
So I think it's actually very similar to the previous one we had. A little floral note to it. I mean, again, that might be the color kind of throwing me off a bit, but there's a little tiny floral that I'm getting out of it as opposed to just that malty caramel.
Again, I'm not getting that typical malt nose of an Oktoberfest on this at all. I just get a little bit of a sweet character on it, a little sweet candy-ish note to it, but not that traditional malt character. I'm not going to prejudge. Let's give it a shot.
Cheers.
Cheers. Ooh.
That's unique.
This has got more of a wheat character to it. Yes. I have to imagine that the grain bill on this had to include something wheat on the wheat scale more so than the darker malts. It's actually almost got a little bit of a Weiss character to it, almost kind of like that banana clove type note to it. Not to the level of a Hefeweizen, but like there's a little bit of that going on in here.
I get where you're coming from. It's got a good sweetness to it, but there's this good wheat balancing everything out. It does lack like the traditional malt characteristic, which I think is switched for the wheat characteristic. It's tasty. It's good. Again, it's just not. It's odd how a very traditional style has been three completely different things so far.
I mean, it's called Oktoberfest.
Yeah.
This is a beer I would absolutely drink in during Oktoberfest.
Oh, yeah.
This is really, really good. But again, not that traditional Oktoberfest Marzen that I'm looking for.
So if I'm ranking these, I still have
Reichenfest
first. I'm going to put this second, though. I actually think this is very tasty. I'm a little surprised, but not for any reason than the brewery itself. I'm surprised when I looked at it and kind of got that first sniff. I thought I wouldn't like it as much. I really do. So I got this just slightly ahead of the Brewing Project.
Beer I would choose to drink, same order, Reichenfest, the Lion's Tail, and then Brewing Project. I still think, though, Brewing Project is taking the lead on closest to a traditional Marzen.
I would agree. 100%.
As far as Oktoberfest beers. All right, up next we have another local favorite in Gathering Place Brewing Company here in Milwaukee, in the River West area. Also going to have a tap room very, very soon in Wauwatosa. They bought the Stockhouse.
They took over the Stockhouse location.
So very excited to have them closer and to pick up more of their releases. So this is what they're calling their Fest beer. Again, I think this is that traditional Munich style Oktoberfest beer that we look for. So let's get a little nose on it. And again, this is probably the lightest one of the 5.
Yep, it is.
Which is odd. So let's get a little nose on it.
So I'm getting a good malt characteristic on it. I'm not getting much else. Really what you expect from Oktoberfest. It's not going to be very... I'm not getting that toffee or caramel personally.
I'm not even getting much malt.
It's there. It's not heavy, but it's there.
The nose for me, again, is a little bit hoppier.
Okay.
I'm getting almost like an American-style lager hop character on the nose to this, which is interesting. A little sweetness, but mostly bitterness on the nose, not that typical Martzen character. So we'll see what it tastes like.
All right, cheers.
Cheers. Yeah.
So it's got a little bit of a funky taste. I can't really put my finger on it. I'm not really getting that malty or sweetness that you would expect.
It's bitter.
It's got a little bit of bitterness.
If you told me this was a pale ale and you poured it into a glass and you handed this to me, I would say this is a pale.
The weird thing is it's definitely got some bitterness to it, but it doesn't taste like a hop bitterness. I can't figure out like what I'm tasting. Like maybe you're getting hop, but I'm not getting like that hop bitterness taste.
I do think there's some malt characters that are probably driving some of that too, but to me it's whatever the hop bill is on this is coming through strongest. That's what's lingering too for me. I think this is my least favorite.
I would agree.
Thus far. So far, I think for both of us, it's the Fest, Lion's Tail Brewing Project, and then Gathering Place.
Yeah. Pretty boring. We're not really.
Yeah, we're not even. There's no argument here.
All right. Finishing last off with Specter Brewery.
Last off.
Whatever. Finishing off with lastly.
You're making it worse. Just quit while you're ahead.
Am I ahead?
No, you're not.
It's Specter Brewing's Oktoberfest. We haven't done anything Specter Brewing. I'm kind of excited to do this. They're very traditional in like that German sense. When I saw it, I'm like, we gotta get this one because I think preconceived notion is they're gonna be the closest to,
and one of, if not the oldest craft brewery in Milwaukee, I believe.
Yes,
craft brewery, I think. It's got to be close between them and Lakefront.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that's a good call. I don't know which one's older. Yeah. It's funny because growing up, I didn't even know Specter made beer. I just drink the root beer all the time. I'm excited for this one. As you can see from a color standpoint, back to the kind of the traditional style, or traditional color that you're expecting, that dark amber, caramel kind of color.
Yep.
Let's get a little nose on it.
Get a little nose. There it is.
Yeah. That's much more of what you'd expect from Oktoberfest.
Yeah, sweet, caramel, malty. Really no hop bitterness. That smells like an Oktoberfest right there.
All right.
Let's give it a shot.
Cheers.
Cheers. That's good.
That's good. This has got that nice maltiness to it, a little bit of that caramel toffee sweetness, a little bit, which is not overpowering, which is real good. Drinks lighter than it looks and smells. Being Oktoberfest, it's tasty.
Yeah, if I'm heading out to an Oktoberfest celebration and I want this kind of beer, this is a Martzen
exactly.
Right here. It's a little bit lighter on the malt characters than I was expecting, but it's easily the heaviest there of all 5 of these. This is right in the ballpark of what you expect on a pour Oktoberfest. So I think this one takes the cake for me as far as the best Oktoberfest beer.
I do too. I think this, I'm surprised I like the Fest as much as I did. I'm thinking I'm screwing it up.
I'm sure we are.
I really like Amorphic, but as soon as I smelled that hoppiness, I'm not going to like this. Yeah. I really liked it. I thought it was really well done. But yeah, this one, most traditional, and I think has the best taste to it. Good stuff.
Yeah, excellent. Fun to do the Wisconsin breweries and kind of evaluate these. We'll put the link to our video from last year in the comments. I don't believe You'll be able to find anything from Ale Asylum. I don't believe they released their Oktoberfest this year.
No.
I haven't seen it anywhere.
I haven't.
Since they're pretty much kaput, that's kind of sad. But the rest of those beers you should be able to find. And any of these, honestly, if you're going to choose one and you want a true Oktoberfest, go with Specter. If you're looking for something a little bit unique, try the Rheinfest.
Yeah. I agree.
From Amorphic. But really good stuff, I think, from all 5. Not really a bad beer in the bunch from a beer perspective. Check us out on the rest of our social media. We are on Facebook. We are on Instagram. We are on Twitter. We are on YouTube. We're on Untappd. That was the one I was missing.
There we are.
Like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see all of you in a future Milwaukee Beer Review episode.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye.